Annie.
And I'm Audrey.
And this is our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're starting it new. Our channel name is AA Books.
AA.
We're going to be doing the Tmi Book Tag, and we shortened it a little bit so that we could fit our favorite questions out of the tag, since there are two of us answering all the questions. So yeah, let's get started.
Here we go.
Now, question number 1 is actually question number 2 because we skipped question 1.
Yep.
So, who is your book boyfriend?
My book boyfriend is William from the prequel series of City of Bones. I think he's absolutely amazing, and if I could date him, I would.
My book boyfriend would be Simon from the Mortal Instruments because he's so nerdy, and like I feel like that's the type of guy I would go for like in real life. Like I would actually have a chance with someone like nerdy and cute.
Question number
8.
2, but number 8.
Yes.
I think you're good.
What is your book OTP?
Grace and Augustus from the one
Fault in
Our Stars. I'm like really bad at book titles right now. So The Fault in Our Stars, Hazel Grace and Augustus, they're literally the couple. Like if you don't think they're meant to be together,
You're wrong.
then yeah, bye. See you later. But like they're just meant to be. Like you knew from the beginning, like they met and you're like, okay, that's it. Like we're done.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry for the lighting if it keeps changing because we're in front of a window. Because we don't have tech lights like that, so...
Because we're new.
Yeah.
Newbies. We're like freshmen on the block all over again.
Okay, my book OTP is Sizzy because I love Simon and I love Izzy and I love that like the nerd gets the super hot girl and it's like my favorite thing on the planet. Yeah.
Just because you wish it was you.
Well, yeah, because like I imagine Izzy as being me. But I actually really love Sizzy. I think it's like the cutest couple in that series because it was like the most unexpected, I feel like.
It was.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, from the Mortal Instruments. Number 3, favorite series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Favorite series.
So,
Okay.
So our favorite series at the moment is The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken, and it's both of our favorite series because we kind of buddy read it together with for our birthday.
We did.
We got each other the book, and
because our birthdays are around each other.
Yeah.
Both in November. So
yeah.
Remember that.
And then we buddy read it, and so like we both just loved the characters. It was really fun like reading it together and like. Number 4, a book you wish would continue, or like continue on like as a series.
I'm gonna say Leviathan. I forgot who the author is.
Scott Westerfeld. He's like one of my favorite authors.
But I read the Leviathan. It's a trilogy, and
it's steampunk. It's really cool.
It's so cool. Like literally, if you haven't read that book, you gotta read it. Like it's literally one of the coolest things. Like the very end of the 3rd book, like she realizes that she sort of likes him like the 2nd, but then like the 3rd book, like the very last page, they kiss and then like he walks away and you're like, what happens? And then you don't know.
Yeah.
I just wish you would continue.
I put the Selection, and I know the Selection, like after the 1 it got 2 more books, The Heir and the Crown, but like I don't care about Eldolin. I'm sorry. I would much rather read a whole book like about how Max and America like dissolved the cast and like them together and like honestly like if any of you have read Happily Ever After, the bonus epilogue in Happily Ever After, it is the cutest thing ever and I just want a whole book of that, honestly.
Right.
So I wish that she would have continued it differently. Number 5, favorite standalone.
Okay, so my favorite standalone is Graceling by Kristen Cashore. I know there are 3 books. There is Graceling, Bitter Blue, and then Fire, but you don't have to read all the books in that order. You can read Graceling, and then you could read Fire. You could read Fire first. It doesn't matter. They all connect, but in different ways. So to me, Graceling is a standalone, and I absolutely love the romance, the action, everything. They made the girl the fighter, the fierce one that everyone feared, and I absolutely love that. Like, girl power. So that is my favorite. What about you, Audrey?
My favorite is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. It's a contemporary, and it's honestly probably like my favorite book right now. Like it's about this girl who she lives with her mom and her older sister, and she lives next to this really big family, and it's like they're really close knit and her family's not like at all. And so it kind of reminded me like of like I only live with my mom and my sister, so like it reminded me kind of my family. Number 6. When did you get into reading?
Okay, since I was born. Honestly, I've been reading since I could read a book. First, kindergarten, when I could start. I don't know. I've been an avid reader. I've never stopped, and I never will. I'm gonna read until the day I die. It's the last thing I'm gonna be doing is reading.
I was a little different. Like, in first grade, and I remember being, like, scared to read books. I was like, but I don't, like, understand everything, and, like, it would be, like, really confusing, and then, like, I would see all these people, like, reading so many. I think in first grade I read, like, 1 book, and then, like, all these people were reading so many, and I was, like, so intimidated. But then, like, as I got older, I became, like, such an avid reader, all the way through, like 3rd grade was when I, like, really was like, oh my gosh, reading is so cool. And then through middle school, and then I, like, took a break freshman year because it was, like, really overwhelming because I moved, and I didn't really know anyone, and it was, like, really hard for me to, like, get back into my normal life. But then I started back up again because of BookTube. BookTube saved my life, so.
That's right.
Saved my reading life.
There you go.
Number 7. What quality do you look for in a book?
Okay, so this might sound, like, really weird. I always look for a little bit of romance, even if it's a little bit. Like, even if it happens and then nothing else happens, like, there's just, like, a kiss and walk away, like Leviathan.
Yeah.
I look for that in a book because it just makes everything just a little more
I feel like it makes it more real, like, flirtation, like, everyone gets those feelings, like, I mean, mostly everyone gets those feelings, but, like, it's just, like, it makes it more real for me, and, like, I don't know, I like reading about it, especially now that I'm, like, a little older. I just need that, like, flirtation, that hint of a little bit of that romance, like, but I, like, don't like romance books. Like, I have to have the other half too.
Right.
I have to have
the action and the thrill and the mystery. I love that part too. That is also, like, huge. So,
okay. Question 8. Favorite author.
Favorite book series author is Victoria Aveyard. I just read The Glass Sword. She just came out this past year, and I wanted to stab myself. And so
I need to get on this train.
Her writing, the lighting you can't really see. Her writing though is thebomb.com. Like, she's an amazing author, so I'm dying.
Author is Alexandra Bracken. She wrote The Darkest Minds. She also wrote Passenger. I've read
that.
Yeah, I've read all her books except for the novella set, like, Through the Dark.
I haven't read that either.
Yeah, but I just love, like, her writing and how she, like, makes the characters so lovable and so easy to, like, care for. So yeah, that's why. And, like, she's not afraid to, like, rip your heart out and
punch you in the gut.
I actually really like that, because one thing, like, I love Cassandra Clare. Like, she's probably, like, she's, like, one of my favorite authors, like, right up there. But, like, the thing is, like, her endings are so perfect. Like, they're so perfect, and I love that about them, but it's also, like, not necessarily the most realistic thing. Question 9, action or romance? We kind of touched on this already.
Yeah.
But, like, you need both.
Yeah, you need both. Like, you can't just say, I mean, you can, but, like, I don't like that.
Yeah, like, you could
say, like,
just
I just like action and just like romance. I think I told you this earlier. When I was younger in elementary school, a little bit in middle school, I really liked having the action more than the romance, because I wasn't into that stuff. You know, boys have cooties. Like, I just wasn't that. So now that I've gotten into high school and, like, 8th grade, I really like that romance side a little more. But I still like to have the action in it. And if it doesn't have action, then it makes it less interesting for me. But I still do like it.
Yeah. For me, it's, like, the same thing. Like, I need, like, that romance, like, just a little bit to keep me, like, ooh, like, what's gonna happen with that next? Whereas, like, action, I love a good action scene, and, like,
fighting.
Yeah, like, the fight, like, it makes me so nervous. It's, like, so much angst and what's gonna happen. But, like, it's the same way with the romance, and I, like, need that little 10. Question 10. The reason we joined BookTube.
Okay, so we talked about this a lot, like, just to, like, really think about it, because I didn't honestly know why at first, like, I really wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I think the reason is that we really love the community. Everyone's so nice.
Yeah, like, for me, this is the first, like, YouTube community that I've always watched YouTube. I've never, ever subscribed to things, like, ever before, until I watched YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to watch these videos. We're all coming together because we love books and we love to share our opinions and our reviews, even if we disagree with each other. Like she just read Eleanor Park and didn't really like it, and I loved Eleanor Park when I read it. Like we just had a good discussion about it. We didn't like hate on each other, and that's what I love about this is like you can share your feelings about books and like not be judged for it. Question 11, favorite book title.
Okay. So
I think we agreed on this one too. We said The Darkest Minds because like honestly the title was the reason I wanted to read that book, because it's like so like the darkest minds, like
you feel like you're about to like go on like an adventure, like you know something's gonna happen.
And the fact that it's like dark minds, like I feel like we never, like as a society we always stray from like things that are wrong with the brain, so like to have a book called The Darkest Minds, I think that's like super intriguing.
Yeah, so it's exciting to do this. The last book that I read was Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rasch, Rasch. I don't really know how to pronounce her last name, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, I read this book and I actually really liked it, and I think this is going to be a trilogy if I'm correct. But I know there's a second book, and I'm really excited to read it, and it broke my heart. And I'm smiling.
Is the second one Ice Like Fire?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, because we saw that at BookCon, like everywhere. So I was like, okay.
I'm so excited to read it. I am so excited. You gotta pick up this book.
What I just finished like last week was An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. It was so good.
I need to read
blew my mind. I didn't realize it was gonna be as dark as it was. Like I knew it was about a slave and a soldier and like this like dark fantasy society, but I didn't realize like how much they were gonna show. And like I don't think this is really a spoiler, but like in the first like chapter, like this kid gets whipped to death. Like that's how dark it goes. And it was like I just wasn't expecting it, but it was like really good.
I'm excited.
It blew my mind.
I need to read it. I still need to pick it up. I saw it at Barnes & Noble the other day, but I didn't get it. I got another book.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Question 13. What book are you currently reading?
I'm really excited about this. The current book that I am reading, Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and we met him at BookCon. It's gonna be in our other video. It's gonna be a BookCon like story time video that we're gonna have. But
look, it's signed. It's signed.
I'll show you.
We got them signed.
To Annie. Pierce Brown. Like how he signed it to.
The book I'm currently reading is Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters.
I'm so excited to read it.
My sister is my younger sister. She's obsessed with them, and I never read them. Question 14. What fictional world would you like to live in?
This is a really hard question.
I said Harry Potter. Okay, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I have owned Harry Potter. Well, okay, let me start here. My older sister, 20, I think she's gonna be 29. It's like she grew up with that series. She was like addicted, dedicated, hardcore fan, and like so I've always had Harry Potter in my house. Like we would always go to the premieres, like always go to the movies. Like I've seen the movies so many times, and I've had the books on my shelves for literally like 7 years. Like not joking. I bought them in 4th grade and I have not read them. I have now. I read the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and I'm halfway through book 4. But yeah, so don't kill me. But I would love to live in the world because like what I've read of it is like it's so magical, and like I just want to live in Hogwarts and like go to school and do magic.
And I agreed with her. See, mine was a little different though. Like I have never read the books. I've watched every single movie like 5 times. I tried reading the books. I just never really got into it. It was never really my thing, but I would love to live in the world even though I haven't read the books, just because every other book that we discussed that we were like, what world would we actually want to live in? Like I said like Maze Runner, but then I realized I'd probably die in the first 5 minutes. Like
Why
there's
though?
so, because I would get
Dylan
O'Brien. That's the reason why.
What song do you connect to a book? Okay, for this question, we said just like, well, yeah, we both said just any Shawn Mendes song literally will connect to any book. Like one that comes to mind like immediately is If This Is What It Takes. I always connect that one to The Darkest Minds. Like we said, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll get up a new video very soon.
We're really excited, so thank you for even watching.
Yay! Bye.
Bye guys. See you later.